How to make a gazebo. A gazebo is a perfect place to entertain and also makes for a striking feature for your yard. When spring is in the air, we are increasingly keen to spend our time outside the walls of the buildings. The warm rays of the sun put us in a better mood, and being surrounded by greenery is soothing. A perfect solution for a green corner is a gazebo, where we can organize summer parties for friends or enjoy warm evenings with the family. How do we build it and what do we need to know before we start? Traditional gazebos can easily cost $3,000 or more if built at home from a prefabricated gazebo kit. If you want to save money and get a designer look, follow this guide to make a unique wooden gazebo which will impress your family and neighbors, all for a third of the price. Welcome to Best Choices. This video will tell you how to building the walls, erecting the roof, and adding finishing touches. Now let's talk about the process. Method 1. Building the walls. Number 1. Build the posts. You will need 4 large posts for the corners. These can be whatever height or distance between that you like, but we recommend 12 feet 3.7 meters long, 4 by 4 in, 10 by 10 centimeters, beams. Mark out an even 8 by 8 feet, 2.4 by 2.4 m, square where you want the gazebo to go and then dig holes for the posts using a post hole digger. Level the posts in the holes such that 8 feet, 2.4 meters is above ground and the inside corners are 8 feet, 2.4 meters apart. Then, use quick cement to anchor them, making sure that they remain straight and of equal height. The quick cement should fill 2/3 of the hole around the post and the remainder can be covered with dirt after it sets. Number 2. Mount bracing beams. Use 6 more 4 by 4 in, 10 by 10 centimeters, beams to brace the 3 closed sides of the gazebo. The beams will need to be placed perpendicular to the posts, 2 to each side, 2 inches, 5.1 centimeters, from the top and bottom respectively. Although the distance may need to be adjusted, read the full instructions. Secure the beams with 2 large bolts, placed through the post and into the center of each beam. This is definitely a 2 or 3 person job. At least one person will need to hold the beam while the other attaches the bolts. You may have to pre-drill the bolt holes. The distance between the 2 beams will be dependent on whether or not you add windows, and what the dimensions of those windows are if you choose to add them. If adding windows, measure their height, add 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, and make this the distance between the bracing beams. Number 3. Add the windows. Salvage some old wood and glass windows, 6 pane or similar. Fit them at the center of each of the 3 walls and mark their width. Then, create a frame for the window using 1 by 4 in, 2.5 by 10.2 centimeters, boards. The height should be the same as the window and distance between the bracing beams, accounting for the width of the frame itself. Nail the frame into position, fit the window in, and set it in place by placing nails on either side. The nails should stick up by 1/4 inch, 0.64 centimeters. Fit them as close as possible to the window itself so that the window won't move. Use 3 or 4 for each side of the window. You can seal it with wood glue or caulk if you want to. Number 4. Cut the upper beams. You will need 4 more beams to join the posts at the top. These should be roughly 8 feet, 2.4 meters, and 7 inches, 18 centimeters long. Cut a 3.5 by 3.5 by 0.75 in, 8.9 by 8.9 by 1.9 centimeters, square into the ends of each of the 4 beams. The cuts should be made on the same side of each beam. Use these cuts to fit the pieces together like a puzzle, the 2 indented ends fitting together. This is called a half-lap splice joint. Number 5. Attach the upper beams. Glue these together and then join them to the top of the posts using 1 or 2 bolts placed through the square and into the posts. Did this video help you? Let's comment below, yes or no. Method 2. Erecting the roof. Number 1. Get 5 more 4x4 in 10 by 10 cm beams. Select 4 beams at 6 feet 1.8 meters and 1 in 2.5 centimeters length and 1 at 8 feet 2.4 meters and 7 inches 18 centimeters. Cut a 45 degrees angle into one end of each of the 4 beams. Number 2. Bolt the flat side of the shorter beams to the ends of the longer beam. Make 2 triangles that are joined by the 8 feet 2.4 meters 7 in 18 centimeters beam running between them. Make sure that you keep the 45 degrees angles in mind, as they will need to be able to sit flat on the top of the walls. The bolts should be at least 1 inch 2.5 centimeters apart. Number 3. Attach the roof beams. Holding the roof in place, bolt it into the corner posts at each end. Make sure your bolts aren't too long, you want them to go in but not pop through the other side of the post. Number 4. Insert your windows. You can also add windows into the triangles, smaller than the windows in the walls. This is done in exactly the same way as with the walls, but you will have to add a top frame first. Measure the height of the wooden window frame, first making sure that it fits into the triangle. Then measure and cut a piece of 4x4 in 10 by 10 centimeters beam to fit at that height and bolt it into place. Once it's in place, the window can be inserted as before. Did this video help you? Let's comment below, yes or no. Method 3. Adding finishing touches. Number 1. Paint the structure. You can paint the entire wood structure whatever color you want to. Paint it to match your house or paint it a bold color to make it a backyard accent piece. Make sure the paint you use is appropriate for outdoor use. Paint can additionally protect the wood, prolonging the life of your structure. Number 2. Add a roof covering. You can add corrugated aluminum or fiberglass roofing fit to size and secured with nails. However, for a magazine look, screw hooks 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters away from the top and bottom of each angled roof beam, on the inside area. Suspend stretch cable between these hooks and use curtains with rod pockets at the top and bottom to create beautiful, designer-look roofing. Number 3. Create walls. You can similarly install curtain rods on the inside of the structure to hang curtains to create movable walls. These can be tied back to the posts when not in use. Number 4. Personalize your gazebo. You can add all sorts of other extras to your gazebo. Hang flower pots between the posts and windows. Hang string lights to create a romantic effect. Fill it with a table and chairs or even a bed. You are limited only by your imagination. Did this video help you? Let's comment below, yes or no. Tips. 1. Before you start building, examine your outdoor space and look for a spot that's level and spacious enough for the gazebo you'd like to build. 2. Make sure to check if you need a permit before building your gazebo. 3. Don't forget to add a floor if you want one. Garden stones or bricks can quickly provide a cheap flooring option, or you can pour a concrete slab. Warnings. 1. Be careful with all tools. Did this video help you? Let's comment below, yes or no.